Alright guys, this is the paper that I'm using for my current projects, including this one of course. That's Fabriano Mixed Media 160 GSM, and I cut them into pieces. Alright, so I cut them into this size. I think this is 6 by 4. I also cut them into this size for smaller projects, like if I wanted to use it for a tag on my greeting cards. I made them into this. These are samples of what I did, like that. You can actually do it like that, and I can put it in this way, and then I have that. Like that or like that, however it fits into your project. And like that, or maybe like this. Yeah. And for the bigger size, well, I have started this one from excess color. This is actually not watercolor. This is an ink from my fountain pens. When I clean them, I don't throw the water out, the water that I wash my fountain pens with. I store them in this water brush. This is a, what is this, zig? I think this is zig brush. Yeah, and I store them inside, so I'll use them. I use them sparingly though on my project. This is yellow. The inks I will show you later as I use them, the kind of fountain pen inks I use, because there are a variety of them. This is a project that is half finished, of course, and this was colored with the fountain pen ink. I believe it is the Diamine Midnight Blue. Right, how did I do that? I placed my diamond inks in this Jinhao. Yeah, there, see, it's a Jinhao fountain pen. They're really cheap. I have a dozen of this, and I put the diamond color in there, and I use it to make fine lines, like this flower. I use it like that with this color. This is the blue. This is the one that I use for the flower, so it's easier for me to draw fine lines. All right, this is how I laid out my colors, and because I don't really prepare them like in palette form like this, I don't pre-mix them, that's what I meant. And because I like to go freestyle, all right, I don't really plan, I just go with whatever. All right, so this is Koretake Gansai Tambi colors. I laid it out like this, and because I want them already prepared like that, so they are not scattered on my table. And then for some glittery effect, I use this pearlescent watercolor, which is also from Zig. Wait, is that the same? Oh yeah, it's Koretake color there, just for shiny stuff. This is loved already, as you can see, but I have another box of this which is not used. So, and that is the Gansai Tambi set. I have how many of these? It's a full set. I think that is the colors. It's transparent colors, that's why I love it, because I can layer them And if I wanted to write something on that, I have this ink tents. So anyway, that is the Derwent. And why I use ink tents, because they are waterproof, right? So I use that when I need to paint something over on top of it, so the color doesn't move even if I use water. Okay, so so this is the loved 48, not 48, actually 24 pieces. Yeah, and this, as you can see, is already used. I've already used that, so we are going to use this today. And for today's project, ladies and gents, is this. I've already started. I forgot to record it, so I suppose it's alright. We are going to finish this using the colors that I have shown you and the paper that I already told you. Now, that paper, watercolor paper, is only 160 GSM, so it's not very resilient to water, and we are using watercolor, right? Oh, and by the way, I think I forgot to mention what do I use for my brushes. Pretty simple, as I already told you. I use the water brushes. Okay, I have these water brushes. This one, if I need to use really fine point, and this one is my overly used brush for anything, everything, and this one the same, but they are just water inside. Okay, so this is what I use for the colors. Now, as far as the other colors that is not watercolor, which is made, not really made, but I use them for background, and these are already water brushes with colors in it. This is washed water out of my fountain pen, and I use them to create backgrounds. I have 12 of these with different colors. I have them already for quick wash. Okay, because I am painting something from my imagination, I suppose. I don't draw them beforehand. I just go on and pick a color and then put it on paper. So there are a lot of chances for me to fail at whatever combination that I could pick up, but it is me practicing my color schemes, because the reason I'm doing this project is because I am going to make a mural out of my living room. I'm painting, and I am doing a design. Now, this is supposed to be a simple design, but it turned out this way, and you know, it's amazing. Turned out this way. So it's kind of well, as I said, abstract. So this project is created with watercolors, and the paper I used is 160 GSM, quite thin for watercolor, but I'm not using a wet and wet technique, so this is a dry one, a dry watercolor technique, and so it doesn't use a lot of water. But the thing is, because I do not draw the design before I lay the colors, I usually make mistakes in picking colors, and the color scheme doesn't sometimes go well together, and so I actually make mistakes. All right, and we all make mistakes. It is okay. As one painter said, what's his name? Bob what? Bob Ross. Okay, Bob Ross. It's blessings. You know, when you make mistakes, you can do something about it afterwards. Oh, that is what we're doing. It's not a lost cause. So, since this is watercolor, it can move, right? So I only use the ink tents in cases where I need to write something on top of it. So, or if I need to layer and I don't want the under layer, the under layer to move. So that's why. But here, this is pure watercolor, not waterproof. Okay, so every time I lay another color, it will move. Okay, make sure your edges are flush so it's well protected, your edges. Now I made a mistake actually yesterday, so I had to dry it. There you can see that is a mistake, because after I finished and I look at it, it looked like ovaries. No, I don't want to have a project with that. So I took it out, and obviously you can see the paper is no longer very resilient to water. If I make another mistake in this area, that would be very bad. So much talk now. Let's just draw. Let's just color. Alright, let's begin. If you are wondering what this is a rubber board. I actually like this because I don't know, when I'm doing calligraphy, I really like it. It's sturdy, it's hard, but for some reason I love it. Okay, so that's what we are looking at. This is not wood or anything solid, except that this is rubber board, and we are going to start now. Okay, this piece of paper, this is where I'm gonna use my excess water or excess color from my brush. Oh my goodness, my brush is already overly used. And instead of using that on I think I wasted so much color on the tissues that I use, and well, I could also preserve the tissue, but that's kind of nah. Anyway, so let's start. Okay, I think I missed a lot because I thought it was recording, but it wasn't. So well, you already saw what happened from earlier, right? Where I started, so I am now going in that direction. As you can see, I am picking up some lint from the paper because the place has already been painted over yesterday, and the paper is thin. It doesn't hold so much water, so that's too bad though that you didn't see how I arrived with this kind of banner here, but doesn't matter, right? Let's just continue. There you go. That looks better. The thing is, I haven't figured out yet what to do with that blotch of red. So let's see what we can do with that blotch of red there. If if the recording didn't pick up what this paper is for, this is my excess color from my brush, and I'm trying to just take it out from my brush and put it in the piece of paper so I can use it another time. Alright, so now we need to move on to the red, this red part, and I need to cover that up because it doesn't look great. I haven't figured out what I'm going to cover it. What color? Okay, I'm gonna go with red still. Now let's go get the red. And this is 34, and let's see what we can do with that. There, that's nice color. Okay, do it like this. That wasn't really what I had in mind, but it turned out that way. So okay, let's see where this is going. Why my hand chose to go this way instead of that what I had in mind. Oh my goodness, that looks like ovary again. I have to get that. Take that out of my head, man. And there we go again. We have this shape that for some reason keeps following me. No, I refuse. Okay, I refuse to do that. We are going to scrap that because I refuse to go with this shape. Okay, we're not going with this. We will scrap that by taking the color off. And this place had been so used. I mean, see, I'm picking the paper lint already, and that is not really it, but I cannot do anything about it because, as I said, this is a freestyle and chances of making mistake is huge. But I prefer to do it this way because I work with the flow of however it goes at a particular moment. So for some reason this shape is following me around and it wants to make me do that, but I refuse to do that. I don't want to do that, so I will create another shape. And I don't know what I will come up with, but it doesn't matter. I just need to get that red there. I was supposed to go in this direction like that. I need to let this dry, I guess, for me to be able to see how I'm gonna make this work, because I kind of botched it. But it's okay. It will make sense after I finish with this, I believe. Have hope that nothing is wasted. Just keep at it. Okay, what does it look like to you? It still looks like going in the same direction that I was trying to erase, right? I don't know. Maybe. But I will persevere. Okay. Okay. We will take that area out. Looks like an alien artifact of some sort. Or some form of coronet with horns in it. Okay, let's remove this idea from my head. Okay, let's use this color maybe. Okay, let's use this color. What's this? 43. This one is 34. Yay. Okay, let's just get this out of the picture. Now that I'm recording, this is not gonna go well, because that's a fact of life. When you are anxious about something, chances of making mistake is high, because you are trying to do something. No, that doesn't look interesting, right? No, it doesn't. So let's just scrap it. Let's scrap it. This part need to get scrapped, so I could just have drawn a flower, you know, it would have been easier. But flowers are overrated. and I wanted to do something that is not too flowery, or not even flowery, something that is just a beautiful mix or alchemy of colors that I have not planned for, like a happy mistake, as Bob Ross would say. And by the way, I am not really a painter. If you think I am I just love colors. It's like I was born with love for colors, I guess. Love for everything Venusian. I hope this, well, as you can see, the paper started to take on the water, and now it has created this distortion of the paper surface. Some parts of here bubbled already, so I cannot add more water to that, unfortunately. So we just diffuse it a little bit, and I will dry that so we can see what happens after it's dried out. And what happens, I don't know what it looks like after it is dried out, because sometimes it takes a different shape after, well, I guess it's to each perception is different, right? So I might look at it like a coronet or a crown. Others may look at it like a chamber pot or something else. But I guess that's the reason why I like it this way. So it has different interpretations for whoever is looking. But yeah, I kind of over watered this area and already scratched the paper, so now it doesn't look good, but I still can work it out. Once it's dry, there will be something I can do with it, right? So I'm gonna start a new project while I'm allowing this to dry, because I don't want to waste time, right? Okay, wait, no. Before I do that, I will continue with the red first, so it will dry up. I don't really know where that red is going, where this design is going. I mean, you know what am I supposed to do with this red thing? Why is it looking like this? There is no reason for this shape to happen. Why is it like that? Oh well, just go with the flow. I will understand it once it's dried and it connects to the rest of the shapes. I will understand what that meant. Why I was led to use this color, and why it is this shape. Okay, let's rub that off because I picked up some lint. What is your significance here? Red. Why the shape? What is the meaning of the shape? What is your meaning? see what I'm doing? I'm not looking at the camera, so I cannot tell. If you are picking up what I'm doing. This technique actually uses more color because it doesn't manipulate water, but I like it this way because I am in control of the shape. There. But if you run your brush many times on the same surface, it actually takes the color off or the paint off. So, with this technique. Is it really a technique? Must be. Oh, okay, now it kind of attached to the part there. So because it did, we have to do something about that as well. And I forgot something. Okay, I think I'm almost finished with that red. We should allow that to dry. Okay. Now let's do something about that orangey stuff, because I need to use a water to diffuse the orange. Okay, I think it's time to let it dry. And once it's dry, I'll show you again. Alright, okay, so I will be right back.